Business brokers have a reputation for not returning timely messages from buyers. They don't call back, they don't email back. So it could be for many reasons, right? This is a problem throughout the industry, and I have been guilty of that. It could be for, I got a couple of hot deals in the market and I'm getting too many buyer inquiries, perhaps 10 a day, and I have to send all these NDAs out and just chase all that information before I release the marketing packages. Or it could be because I'm on vacation. It could be for many reasons. It could be broker incompetence. How do you get noticed by brokers? And even better, how do you rise to the top of the ranks so you can become the broker's go-to buyer when they're looking at businesses that are about to take to market? That's where you want to be. And in today's video, I'm going to give you the top 3 things you need to do as a buyer to rise through the ranks and become a broker's go-to buyer. Let's get to it. Welcome to my channel. I am your host, Leo Landaverde, business broker and commercial lender, helping you buy and scale a profitable business. If you are a small business owner looking to diversify your wealth by buying a profitable business, or a W-2 employee or business executive looking to leave the rat race behind by purchasing a profitable business, you are in the right place. Please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell and you'll be notified every Thursday when new videos come out. The top 3 things. Number 1, provide a buyer profile to every broker you come across with, whether they ask for it or not, whether the deal is on market or you're just simply reaching out to a broker. And let me tell you why. As a business broker and M&A advisor, I am required to obtain a buyer profile plus an NDA for every buyer that inquires in any of my listings. And here is what I assessed. So this is how you are preemptive. I assess 4 things when I'm looking at a buyer profile. Number 1, evidence of down payment and post-closing liquidity. I have done other videos about the post-closing liquidity situation. And yes, do you have 10% down? Great. Do you have any additional cash plus, in addition to the 10%? The last thing you want to do is you have $100,000, you sink $100,000 into a 10% down payment to buy $1 million business, only to realize that the lender is not going to give you working capital, and then you have to have post-closing liquidity. No self-respected lender is going to put you in a situation that tough. So I'm looking to see your overall net worth and financial capabilities. The buyer profile allows me to know who is on your team, how much money you have, what is your net worth, do you own property, and I'm anticipating all these questions that a lender is going to ask. So first and foremost, I want to see evidence of that payment. Now, how does evidence translate to? And the buyer profile is just a simple form. I usually send it as a PDF, as a 1-pager, and you can fill it out online if you want. But what I'm looking for is for things to tell me, hey, I have X amount of dollars. I have $100,000 here and I have $100,000 there, etc. Now, am I going to ask you for bank statements to evidence that? Not yet. This is kind of an honor system. But what I'm trying to construct is an idea of who you are and how capable you are, the way you write, the way you fill it out, how thorough you are. I'm evaluating everything. It's like a resume. I'm also looking for your background in management experience. So if you're applying to one of the businesses that I have for sale, do you have that industry experience comparable to what you're trying to buy? I think that you have what it takes to run the business and replace the CEO. Whether I tell you or not, when I talk to you on the phone or on Zoom, that's what I'm evaluating. Will you be the CEO? And I'll get to choose who the CEO is going to be before I bring it to the seller, because the seller is not going to meet you unless they go through me. I'm also looking, so that's 2. I'm looking for target locations. I usually like to ask my buyers for a radius. So if you live in this city, I'm in Central California, what's a 50-mile radius? I want to know if you want to go a 100-mile radius. And if you're from out of state, are you moving into the state? Where are you looking? And what's the reasoning? Are you willing to relocate? Why? If you're willing to relocate, things get a little more complicated because you're going to have to, are you selling your home? Are you buying a new one? Are you going to rent for a while? Etc. There's a lot of things that I assess on target location. So the more you give me about your target location, the better. And last but not least, in the buyer profile, I'm looking for target industries. I want to see if you know what you want, what you're looking for specifically, which should tie in nicely with your experience to some degree. Does it have to be pound for pound for experience in the target industry? No, I have done plenty of videos about that. You already know that that's not the case, but I want to know what you're thinking. I want to know your target locations. I want to know where at, what type of business, and does your background support it, and then you have the money for it. Now, that's the number one reason. That's out of the gate. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. Do you want to work with me? I'd love to be able to get to know you and chat with you about your buying business acquisition journey. All we need to do is connect. You can drop me a comment below and let's begin that conversation, or you can email me. My email address will be in the description section of this video, and let's connect and let me help you buy a profitable business. But here's where you start to set yourself apart with number two. You provide a target statement. Now, to my students, I teach this. This is what to me sets you apart. What it does, it goes deeper than the standard buyer profile from any brokerage. As far as industries goes, here's what it tells. The more specific and narrow you are on 1, 2, or 3 industries, it tells me that you know exactly what you want. It tells me that you know your numbers. Let me give you an example. So I have this ideal sort of target statement that I'm looking for, and I'm going to pass this on to you because it kind of helps you think through it. I am looking for a target business or industry with an opportunity type. You're looking for a great business or with a solid word of mouth but no website, or great business with a great sales team but no marketing, etc. A business that has been offline that you want to take online, however you're going to make it more unique and really help it grow. It's good that you tell the broker what you're looking for as far as what the opportunity is based on your experience. Generating an SDE range, if you're looking for a business that are in the SDE range of $300,000 to $400,000, I automatically think as a business broker that you've done your homework. Chances are that you're going to be pre-qualified by a lender. Chances are that you know what you've done your homework, you're running your numbers, you're running your spreadsheets, that you have calculated potential debt service coverage ratio based on that SDE range that you're giving. All of those things it tells me. And last but not least, in the location. So I am looking for a target business or industry with the opportunity type, generating an SDE range in a specific location or area. Now, if you're willing to relocate, say so, right? For the right opportunity. And I have plenty of people actually looking to relocate, and that's okay. The story has to make sense. So let me give you some examples of how that looks like in reality. And this is the target statement. So I am looking for an HVAC business with strong sales and revenue and marketing processes, but needing operational excellence. Maybe some lean manufacturing principles, right? Generating $300,000 to $400,000 in seller discretionary earnings in and around the San Diego area. This is for a California business, right? This is a made-up example. I made it up just to give you an idea. Here's another example. I am looking for a manufacturing facility or company with no current e-commerce presence, generating $250,000 to $350,000 in SDE. Anywhere in the state of California. Here's a third example. I am looking for any service company tied to real estate with a direct sales effort needed for driver of growth, generating between $400,000 and $500,000 in SDE, located in the greater Houston area. So, what does that tell me? That you have a narrow focus. You know what you want. And I have these ideas running in my head that if you are that narrow and specific, tells me that you probably have the industry experience, you probably are going to be successful at it because you have conceived in your mind exactly what you want that is going to suit your purposes. It makes my job easier as a broker. Absolutely much easier. Now here's the third. If you want to go to the top of the ranks, here's the third thing that you need to have. You need to have a letter of support from your lender, your SBA lender. I have done videos about this in the past. I have interviewed lenders in the past, and the ones that I've interviewed, all of them are willing to work with you and coach you and help you and give you tips and provide to you evidence to support. What it does, it adds, it makes you a cash buyer. Think about it. So you have a 10 to 15% down on any business, and here comes the lender that is willing to support you in your purchase because they believe in you and what you're trying to do, and they're going to give you 85 to 90%. You are 100% cash buyer. All you're looking for is the cash flow vehicle. All you're looking for is for the right opportunity to close the deal. You are in the driver's seat. You have control. You're no longer on the defense. So if you come to me as a buyer, I will automatically add you to my buyers list. I will probably engage you on a Zoom call. I want to get to know you. Now, you are probably responding to one of my listings. I will quickly go through the process, give you what you need, and see what you have to offer, because this is the kind of buyer that I would be proud to take to my seller. And remember, perception is everything. So I know that if somebody presents this with themselves in such manner and they're so thorough, chances are they're gonna have a good buyer and seller discovery meeting, which means that the seller is gonna like them, and it may lead to a great, a win-win situation, and then leads to a potential offer that can be signed both ways. So now you know the top 3 things you need to know as a buyer, or you need to provide to your broker. Just to recap, a buyer profile with a target statement, with a letter of support from an SBA lender. Let's get to it. For the limited time, I'm giving away my cash flow calculator, this great workbook in Excel that helps you gather all the information from the seller and figure out how much of a loan you're gonna need to buy this business minus your down payment, and figure out how much cash flow is there at the end of every month. So you can calculate your cash on cash return, your cap rate, and your debt service coverage ratio all in once. It is my gift to you. All you have to do is click on the link below, and this workbook is yours to have. Thank you so much for letting me give it to you.